Okay, now my next observation really was in relation to ages. As I said at the beginning of this video, that I had ages from very, very young, from sort of 10 to 12-year-olds, right up to the older 70-year-olds, and to be honest, getting them both riding at both ends of the spectrum was equally as a buzz. But it was interesting. Let me just walk you through what I saw, and hopefully you'll be able to relate to this. We'll start with the younger kids. The younger kids, first of all, their big problem was actually keeping their attention because they're very easily distracted. They've got a short attention span. So you had to be able to teach it in a way, first of all, they understood it, in a way where they wouldn't get bored and that they could then relate to it. So I'll give you an example. The most hardest part when you're learning is actually what they call the water start. It's actually from sitting in the water with your board on your feet, not spinning around, and then converting that to actually getting on top of the water and riding away. And I had lots of people who fell over, and of course everyone falls over, but the kids actually, one kid I had in particular, he got up pretty early on in his lesson, and he rode off, and his dad was in the water with me, and he and I just turned to each other and were like, because he went blasting off, and he stopped, sat down in the water, we were cheering, his dad was cheering, went over to him, and I was like, how did that feel, and he said, how can I do it faster? He didn't think about actually trying to get from A to all the problems in between. He was just saying, I want you to get up and ride over there. He got up and rode over there. It's like when you were a kid, you did all these crazy things, like you climbed up high trees, you jumped out of them. My thing was, I've always been scared of heights, so it was like going up on the top diving board at the swimming pool and jumping off. As I got older, there were so many reasons why I couldn't do it. So this is where actually I found that actually as people got older, they actually had more barriers to actually learning, simply because they had more safety mechanisms built in. Well, I'm not going to do that because this. So part of the job was actually to try and, in the nicest way, push down those barriers to actually get them to reconnect with their inner kid, to actually be able to think, hey, everything is not scary. Actually, you can ride from just point A to B. There hasn't got to be something that comes after. There hasn't got to be anything else. It's just a simple A to B. And a lot of people struggle with the simplicity of that because they're building this over their years. They're building this great big protection web around them. And it was really the big challenge was actually to get through that, to get people to just let go and go with it.